Good morning and welcome to part 2 of setting up your business online at home in your bathrobe from your kitchen table. Today we're going to be talking about websites and SEO. SEO is search engine optimization, and all it means is that you have the right keywords in your website so that browsers like Google and Microsoft Edge and Firefox can find your website. Okay, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but basically that's it. In an ideal world, when we're starting a business, we would have a big chunk of money and we would get an amazing website designer and an SEO specialist to create our website. But if you're at home in your bathrobe setting up your business with no money, that's not an option because they can cost thousands of pounds. So what I suggest you do is you go to the companies like GoDaddy or Wix, or the one we use is 123reg, and they have website builders that are templates, and you can create your own website online from home at your kitchen table in your bathroom. These usually come as packages where you buy your domain name, which is the @lightusdigital.co.uk, and you could also get an official email. For example, Fiona@lightusdigital.co.uk, and they all come in a package that you can buy. Then you go to their website designer and it helps you build your own website at home online. You follow a template, you change the images, you change the words, and then you publish it. It's usually fairly simple. They have lots of online tutorials that you can follow, and definitely do not feel like you're a failure because you've gone with the cheaper version. If you're starting a business, it's a really good starting point, and if you keep it simple, it's perfectly effective. At some point when your company has made money, it is a good idea to go to a website designer and an SEO specialist and get a proper full version. But at the beginning, it's easier just to do it this way. So I'm going to just talk through some hints and tips about websites, and I'm going to show you our website to do that. Okay, we have done this with 123reg.com. I'm not getting paid by them, so don't worry. It's just I found their templates and their website builder really easy, and I think they had a special deal where when we bought our domain and email, we got a website for free for 1 year. So do look out for packages. Okay, yesterday in my part 1, I asked you to think of some keywords in relation to your business. And the reason for that is that when you do your website, any heading 1, the biggest heading 1, if you see here, we've got social media management, should have your keywords in. This is super, super important because Google searches on heading 1s. So management and social media is super important for our business, and it is in our heading 1s. Okay, heading 2s also are taken into account, but not as much as heading 1s. So if you notice on our heading 2, We have other words that are our keywords: training, workshops, businesses, etc. Okay, so when you're setting up your website, make sure your first heading has the keywords about your business. This is what Google finds and other websites, search engine optimization, finds your website. Okay, now when you are creating your website first, keep it simple. Keep it really simple. A one-page website called a landing page is perfectly acceptable and is actually all you need. If you think about how you use websites, you probably go find out what the company does and find out their contact details. And you'll also probably link through to their other social media. So it's super important that you've got the links to your other social media. Okay, so we're going to be talking about all of these over the next week. So keep following me, and we'll talk about Facebook and everything later. At the moment, websites. So we've talked about having our keywords in our heading 1s and 2s, links to other social media, keeping it really simple. One-page websites are perfectly acceptable. Make sure that you're using your keywords. And when I spoke yesterday in part 1, we talked about strap lines and paragraphs. This is where you get to drop them in. We talked about images. Here's one of my kitchen table with my website originally on my laptop. Okay, another really important thing is on websites, it must be easy for your client to contact you. They're a bit lazy, okay? So have your contact us now button, message us button, email us button all over the place, okay? So we've got one right at the top. We've also got email one here, and we've also got them all over our website. Okay, so have it and tell them what to do. Tell them to contact you. It's called a call to action button. People like to have things made easy for them. So if I click that, that'll take us through to an email form. Another also very helpful thing in when you're creating the top level of your website is tell the people what you can do for them. So yesterday I asked you to think about what your business sells precisely. Okay, so here we've got everything that we sell. This is how we're going to help your your business with their social media. Contact us now. We're going to be helpful. We're going to give you a free chat. So think about that. Make it really, really stand out what you sell, how you can help them, and how they can contact you. Okay, so that's all you really, really need. Keywords, what you sell, how they can contact you. Okay, even if that's all you have on your website, it's perfect. Okay, so you need to add some images, keep it nice and clear, don't clutter it up too much. People get confused, and especially when you think about most people see this on their mobiles, so you don't want it too busy because they won't be able to see it and they'll just get frustrated. Now, as you go along and you've got more time, you can start adding more pages and build up on your website. And this is really useful as well, because every time you update your website and add content to your website, it gets re-reviewed and can help in bumping up your status on Google ranking, etc. So do keep an eye on your website and continually update it and add things when you get a chance. Another and the final thing that I'm going to discuss is if you have sites, for example, if you are able to travel for your work or you're able to do things online, you might want to spread your website further than your local area. And the way to do this is to have additional pages on your website that talk about that local area. Because initially, when people are searching on your website, it will focus on your Google ranking in that area because of the words that you use and your contact details, etc. If you add additional pages, for example, my business partner lives in the US, so we've added a US page and the word Texas. So this pushes your website into a different location as well. Okay, so to recap, using a commercial company like GoDaddy, Wix, 123reg to create your website is perfectly acceptable when you have no money. If you do get money, do go to a proper website designer and SEO specialist. But when you're setting up your business in your bathrobe, this is perfectly acceptable. When you do create your website, don't forget to make a email address with the @lightusdigital.co.uk because it looks a lot more professional. Number 2, in the headings, heading 1, make sure that you're using your keywords, which helps in attracting Google ranking and SEO, etc. Also, make sure you keep it really simple. A one-page website is perfectly acceptable. Think about your strap lines, your simple message of what you sell, how you can help your customers. Make sure you have lots of contact me now, message me now, ring me now buttons. They're your call to action buttons. If you have a wider area, do make sure you include another page or a couple of pages that specifically talk about that area. Don't forget to have links to your other social media pages, which does help in your Google ranking and SEO as well in the long run. Okay, that's it for now. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about Google My Business. This is often forgotten about most businesses when they're setting up their business online. So do join me tomorrow. It's really important and can really help. Have a good day and I'll see you later.